look, I'd have to say when I look at what the government is doing,
There's another big willy boy.
they haven't got a fucking clue.
No,
So
but
the stuff that you were talking about with that bloke, right? Well, I don't know whether the Aboriginal's right. It was the other guy, a teacher or something.
yeah, he was. I'd say he's the principal of the high school.
At the high school, right?
And what he's trying to do, look, they've got always child protection legislations and stuff that they have to work.
Yeah.
And it is very, very problematic. I can understand that. But you've got to start with the yes if, not a no because. And, and when you're talking to him, you've got to be very conscious of the fact that he may not understand what you're talking about at all. Right? And his ability to explain. So from listening to him, his primary focus was, how can we get the kids to be in a decent place doing something reasonably positive when they're not at school? Right? That was his focus.
Yeah.
And because he's talking about things like there's a bike track, and if we could use the bike track, we could do some bike riding and stuff like that. Now, when you do that in the guise of a school, that becomes a bit tricky because there are risk assessments and other things that you need to do. But you've really got to think about what it is you're trying to achieve. And what I think the old bloke's trying to achieve, the elder in that group, is divert kids from the worst bits that he can see. Right? And he really doesn't care how that's done.
No.
As long as it's done.
It doesn't make it worse.
Yeah, he just wants it done.
Yes.
Basically reduce that. He's most probably one of those people with dreams of a day there's not angle mesh on windows. Right? And of course, the principal, he's most probably there, decent enough bloke, but his aim is to make sure that he doesn't have any significant problem that stops him getting promoted in the future. And if he can do that whilst helping kids, he'll be happy with that.
Yes.
So those
and doing it within an organisation which is equivocal about innovation.
Well, it says it wants it, and I'm going to tell you, if he can pull off a decent program in Walgett, he'll get promoted.
Well, that might be fine. The problem I've got is that all of the risk sits on him.
Yeah.
Right? If he gets it wrong, he's fucked.
No, he's very much protected in their system. Right? The honest, from what I've seen, if something goes wrong under a principal, the decision made on him is by a director, and it's non-reviewable.
Yeah.
So it's his supervisor saying he's okay or not, and it's non-reviewable, which means that if his supervisor decides to screw him, his stuff, if he decides to support him, there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah.
It's really tricky. So, I listened to what that elder was after, and what he's really crying out for is help to help divert kids from bad things, right? And that's it. If that meant lollipops in the park, he'd be happy with that. But he's seeing that if he can get them to engage with country and understand their history, he stands a chance. That's where he's coming from. And really, what gets me with that principle is why didn't he, say, okay, well, if we link this to this, we've got some frameworks and we can help each other do this. Because when I was doing it for the same reason. My kids of greatest risk were Aboriginal, and they were the ones I was targeting, not the ones that were already succeeding. But I could do both of them at the same time, but if I only did one, it was diverting the ones that were going to be in trouble. Because, I'm funny like that. I think if I can get them not to go to jail, everyone's better off.
Yeah.
You got some that aren't going to go to jail, and some that are straddling the line.